The 2021 Emmy nominations were just released this morning, and there's a lot of great stuff, but a few surprises among the categories. Art, what jumped out to you first about the list of nominees unveiled by the Academy?
I will leave the Emily in Paris slander for Amanda. For me personally, it seems like they're the Academy, right? It seems that the Emmy Academy was really focused on just a couple of things, and they overly nominated some of the really big projects: The Crown, Handmaidens, and Hamilton, which I know we will be discussing whether that should even be a nominee, but I think that they could have diversified it a lot more. There are some picks where it feels like they're doing the bare minimum. It's almost like, the way that these award shows are shifted. They listen to what the Golden Globes got flack for, and they're like, all right, got the Michaela Coel show. Put it in there. Underground Railroad. It can get best in drama, but it won't get any nominees anywhere else. It's just things that don't really make sense. It feels like everybody for a lot of these other shows, like The Crown, was getting nominees left and right, which I understand it's a big show. Handmaids as well, but it's like it felt like they were going to nominate the parking assistants and everybody involved in the production to a point where it's like, obviously they have bigger campaigns, but I don't know. Still a lot of great picks, though. I was really happy to see Hacks get nominated. I don't know if we're going to go category by category, but it's still...
Well, for a few of them.
Yeah, it's still really cool to see nominations for a lot of the productions themselves, but like when it comes down to what they got nominated for, some got an overabundance, in my opinion.
Yeah, when the Emmys like a show, they really like a show, and they will double, triple, quadruple up on some of those nominations. And for some shows, like The Crown and The Handmaid's Tale, it's been kind of like several years of doing this kind of domination. Mm-hmm. I think there's a few other shows that are cropping up that are starting to pick up more nominations. Amanda, WandaVision picked up Marvel Studios' first Emmy Awards. What do you think about the Emmys' response to the new Marvel shows?
I think it's well-deserved. I really liked WandaVision. I know some people didn't, either for different reasons. It's odd. Some people didn't like it because it didn't go far enough into those like Marvel trope areas, and then other people stopped liking it when it did start steering harder into them, like right towards the end. So lots of different opinions. But for somebody who's a fan of like a wide variety of things, it was great for me. I got a little bit of something of everything. I also think that there's a lot of like really unique aspects to that show that deserved some credit, and I don't think it was over nominated like we've seen in some other places based on like fan reactions and stuff, because obviously it would sweep everything if it was just fans voting for things. But yeah, Emily in Paris for best comedy. You literally said, oh, they get the like for the Globes, they get the ear to the ground for what they got flack for, and they still nominated Emily in Paris. I'm sorry.
Well, that's the
even
joke
people
right
who
there.
like that show have to admit that it is not best outstanding comedy series. Like, come on. And then like I feel like Queen's Gambit got under nominated, which is kind of upsetting. Well, quite upsetting to me actually. So some weird choices to make way for stuff that's been getting the shaft, but it's like they just had to make sure that, you know, all of these, your Hamiltons had to get all those votes in and all this other stuff. I don't know. It's fine. It's fine.
I thought this was the Tonys, bro. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, you mentioned that Emily in Paris nomination. I kind of feel like of the big three categories, those being drama series, comedy series, and limited series, a comedy series is the category that's a little bit lacking. You don't have Schitt's Creek this year, which was the big winner last year.
That was the big...
Oh, okay.
The nominees here are Blackish, Cobra Kai, which I think that's Cobra Kai's first nomination in this category.
Absolutely not for 3.
Emily in Paris, Hacks, which we are all really happy to see here. The Flight Attendant, which I actually really enjoyed.
Yeah,
I don't know if we've ever
fun.
talked about that on Intercut. It's fun, and I don't really mind it being among the nominees.
I don't either.
The Kaminsky Method, which I don't know, I haven't really seen. I understand, yeah. Pen 15, which I find delightful, so I'm happy to see it get through here. And Ted Lasso, which is obviously kind of like the new dominant comedy series.
It's gonna win.
A few here between Cobra Kai and Emily in Paris that feel like shaky nominees. You know, I kind of am wondering why What We Do in the Shadows didn't get in here, a show that
not a big
is
enough
really
campaign.
well liked, and I think picked up some Golden Globe nominations.
It did, yeah. I'm pretty sure.
I personally am going for Hacks. I would love to see Hacks win this one. I truly think it's one of the best things that HBO Max has put out on that label. I think it's one of the funniest things. I love seeing that Jean Smart not only got a nomination for this, but also got a nomination for Mayor of Easttown, so she's doubling it up at the Emmys this year.
Yeah.
But I think it's Ted Lasso. I think Ted Lasso's going to take it. I don't see anything else taking it.
Either.
I mean, just look at the supporting actor in a comedy category for evidence that Ted Lasso is the favorite here.
Yeah.
It's got 4 of the nominations there.
That's crazy.
For characters who are like one-line appearances in some episodes.
Yeah,
I mean, I really
some
like
stuff
Ted Lasso, but that's a little bit much.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. In the best drama series, some interesting new nominees here. The Boys cracks the top list, as well as Bridgerton, The Crown, The Handmaid's Tale, the recently canceled Lovecraft Country, The Mandalorian, Pose, and This Is Us. Amanda, is there any nominee here that you're maybe the most surprised to see?
I feel like The Boys is one of those shows that shouldn't really fit into a drama series category. Like, I almost feel like it would probably be more comfortable in the comedy section, but they had to make room for Emily in Paris. So I'm happy that it's there, but I don't know if it belongs there, but I'm also rooting for it. Out of all of those movies, all those shows, I would love to see The Boys take this category. And it might, honestly, looking at what's here. No, The Crown. The Crown will probably take it either way. Yeah.
Because you got things like The Crown that came in sweeping with too many, Handmaid's Tale, and I don't see this being a category that ever upsets when they're the ones who have the most nominations, right? Because you have The Crown, you have Handmaid's, and then third would still be Bridgerton. Surprisingly with Lovecraft, which, and Zach had mentioned it as well, that's one that I want to go even deeper with and do a deeper dive. Doesn't necessarily count here. They waited until the voting was done and HBO went, all right, now let them know that it's actually a miniseries because they canceled it. Found its way in there, but that's cool because I do like the show. Mando continues to be on there, but I agree. I think The Boys is a comedy. I think it's a satire.
It's a comedy,
and usually most satires will lean more on comedy than they do on drama. I mean, even the way they pitched it when they showed it, they're like best drama, The Boys, and it's the superheroes pushing a whale.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of times they any show that goes to that hour-long length, they kind of just put it in the drama category. It's unofficially, it's like the hour-long and the half-hour-long categories,
Y'all still watching This Is Us? Y'all ever started?
I gotta be honest, I did not know This Is Us is still going.
Same. I think I watched 2 episodes and my mom was like, this is depressing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But speaking of that, though, I mean, like, I have to imagine This Is Us is, like, winding down. It definitely is getting fewer nominations than it used to. And we already talked about how the Handmaid's Tale is in its final season. I think The Crown has 1 more season left, or was that also its final season?
I don't know.
Plus the cancellation of Lovecraft Country, and Pose also in its final season. Drama series is going to be a much more wide open category next year and moving forward. So it'll be interesting to see what plays out there. And then in the limited series category, we have I May Destroy You, Mayor of Easttown, The Queen's Gambit, The Underground Railroad, and WandaVision. I think this is the most stacked of all the major categories, even though it is the category with the fewest nominees. Yet there is still some stuff that I think people were surprised to not see here. The Undoing, which a lot of people liked on HBO, got also blanked, but
got a nom. They got a nom for some acting. Hugh Grant got a nom.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Nicole Kidman didn't get in, which I know some people thought they would. Yeah. But that's also another stacked category, an actress in a limited series. Let me find that here. Michaela Cole, Cynthia Erivo for the Aretha Franklin Genius series, Elizabeth Olsen for WandaVision, Anya Taylor-Joy for The Queen's Gambit, and Kate Winslet for Mayor of Easttown. All that and Thuso Mbedu didn't get nominated for her work in Underground Railroad.
Which is I don't know the worst one of them all.
Right, so I don't know how you put Nicole Kidman into above some of those nominees in that category.
That's fine. She doesn't need to get in there. How weak was the guys then? Oh, well, yeah, you have 2 Hamilton people in here. Let's talk about this Hamilton stuff. How has Hamilton got... Hamilton has 2 for lead actor, right? They didn't fit anything in for lead actress. But then you get to the supporting one, and they got Daveed Diggs, Anthony Ramos, and Jonathan Groff being nominated. What are we doing here? And then it still continues in the supporting actress, with Philippa getting nominated, as well as I forgot who else I'm missing here.
Renee
Goldsberry, also getting nominated. So at this point, how is it that you don't get a nomination for
Well, yeah,
main
like
spot.
I don't know all of the snubs in these categories, but for instance, I really liked Weruche Opia in I May Destroy You. I thought she gave a great supporting actress performance. That's somebody who misses out on a nomination because we're awarding somebody
Hamilton?
who already has a Tony Award for this performance.
Yeah, that's weird.
Did you see they split it
Weird.
though? And I do want to get back to the limited or anthology series and those nominees, but they actually do have a separate outstanding television movie. Oslo, Mahalia, Sylvie's Love, which I personally really liked, Uncle Frank, which I know Amanda caught at Sundance, and then Christmas at the Square. So where does Hamilton even fit? How did the acting
No worries,
categories
because
get
it
swept
shouldn't have
by
been
them?
here.
Because it shouldn't have been there. Look, I'll even be honest. Good for WandaVision. I wasn't the biggest fan of it, but I can definitely see how it's an Emmy's treat. I think out of the three, I think this is the one that a lot of people gravitated towards the most, especially when you consider what it did in going. Because the best part about WandaVision is the homages that they did. Even though I didn't find them entertaining, I thought they were cool to see how they homaged all of the decades worth of TV. I don't know about the stuff in I May Destroy You in terms of writing and directing. That's where I think it should also be honored. So I haven't seen those categories yet, but it definitely better get recognition there. But I am still...
I think I saw that they picked up... I May Destroy You picked up at least one nomination in each of those categories. So that's
more.
Cool.
But it's still a solid
I
list.
agree, but...
With Underground Railroad still being diminished to a degree that both actors should have been nominated. That is very confusing.
Art, there's another snub that I know you're not happy with, and that's the pretty much complete blanking of the Small Axe series, which, granted, is a weird nominee here since it is a collection of movies.
Hamilton!
It's right. They can fit square pegs into round holes when they really want to.
Yeah.
I didn't even consider it, bro. I didn't even think about it.
Did it just kind of get forgotten about because it came out so close to the holidays and the end of the year? Did it just kind of get railroaded that way? Or is it because it's movies? Because that's the same reason why I feel like it probably got snubbed at the Oscars.
Well, look, these are also both Amazon productions, or at least Amazon distributed productions. And I don't know if Amazon did the best job of marketing or selling either of these. I mean,
they got the
Underground Railroad...
Well, they push the boys hard.
They push the boys. I think but these two shows specifically, or whatever, Small Axe, I don't feel like I saw enough promotion for, considering that it's 5 Steve McQueen movies.
Yeah. Unless I was on Amazon.
I think it said
like
6.
if you were on Prime Video, it was pushing it. Same thing with Underground
All the
Railroad,
time.
but they weren't doing a lot of side marketing. I feel like with Amazon, it's almost like they wait for something to pop off and then they start marketing the hell out of it.
Kind of.
Right.
They also have IMDb. Because Amazon owns IMDb, you just hop over to check a movie and
that's true too.
I think he's just so ahead of the game. That's what it is. They didn't know whether to put it in the Oscars or the TV. It's just Steve McQueen is just like 10 years down the line. So he's not looking for the awards. He's changing the whole landscape, Zach. That's what's going on. So I'm going to leave it at that. But I love how the sketch series ended up just becoming...
on his level.
The sketch series is literally
A Black Lady sketch show
versus a Black Lady
and
sketch
Saturday
show.
Night Live.
I would love to see that upset. That would be a speech.
That would be awesome. Yeah. That's the thing, is the Emmys kind of are trying to splinter into all of these categories, and at a certain point, it's like, how many things are even in contention? I mean, I think You Should Leave with Tim Robinson just unfortunately falls outside of the Emmys eligibility window, but how many sketch shows are out there right now?
Oh, because of the
first season was 2019 and the new season's July,
so it'll just never get nominated. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Any other categories that stuck out to you or were interesting? I know before we started recording, we were talking about supporting actress in a drama series, which features an actress from The Crown, an actress from The Crown, an actress from The Handmaid's Tale, another actress from The Handmaid's Tale, an actress from Lovecraft Country, another actress from The Crown, and 2 more actresses from The Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah.
Hey, what'd y'all think about the 2021 Oscars production getting nominated for Best Outstanding Variety Special?
But it was so popular. I don't know what you mean. They managed to put in a twist ending for the Oscars. How do you do it?
The Shyamalan with the
my
secret
takes
credit.
have been vindicated. Soderbergh vibes remain strong.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of interesting nominees here, and I do think that they nominated most of the stuff that I really liked, maybe save for, the lack of love for Underground Railroad. But again, yeah, I think we are at a little bit of a turning point with these Emmys, and I think this makes next year's crop of nominees that much more interesting. You know, I mean, we literally won't have any supporting actress contenders eligible for a renomination
for the same
I agree.
show. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my
That'll be
God.
good though. That's something to look forward to.
Yeah. All right. So let us know if there are any surprises that you have from the 2021 Emmy nominations, any snubs, or anybody that you're really happy to see get awarded a nomination.
Don Cheadle got nominated
Yeah, for guest appearance.
for walking on
For
the set
Falcon
of
and the
Falcon
Winter
and the Winter Soldier.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, how is it outstanding? Is it because the man couldn't walk and now they got him standing on the set? Like, this makes no sense whatsoever.
This is like the most notorious Emmys category because like they just throw whatever movie stars are eligible into nominations. I think Ellen Bernstein once got nominated in this category for literally less than 10 seconds of screen time.